Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Gadkari mentions tax on diesel vehicle. Why is the fuel under pressure? Gadkari is our Ministry for Highways as well as road transport. What he has said is that Ministry of Road has planned. Right now the planning has been in discussion stage only. They wanted to completely ban the Oh, 1 minute, there is some technical glitch. Ministry of our Road has said is that the additional 10% levy needed to be made on all the diesel vehicles. But this decision has not been finalized and the decision is being in consideration only. And what he has said along with it is that India needed to find as well as embrace the alternative green as well as cleaner fuel for the target which we have made in the international organization, like that is reaching the net zero carbon by 2070. And the committee which was formed by Ministry of Road has said that by 2027 there need to be a ban on diesel vehicles which is present in city with a population more than 1 million. And then to reduce the greenhouse gases, what the committee has recommended is that if this is the one of the way where we could able to reduce the greenhouse gases and also promote the electricity from the renewable energy, so that we could able to meet the target of 40% of our electricity that needed to be produced from renewable source to meet the net zero target by 2070. And right now diesel accounts for 40% of India's petroleum consumption. And right now most of the companies, for example Maruti Suzuki has completely stopped the production of diesel vehicles and they have no plans to relaunch any kind of diesel vehicle in the near future. And other companies like Hyundai and other certain private companies have deleveraged or reduced their production in terms of diesel vehicle. So this is the reason, and this is the reason, one of the reason to reach the goal they are planning to increase the tax for the diesel vehicles. And what is the another important disadvantage for the diesel vehicle is it has high compression ratio. High compression ratio is producing energy from the available fuel. If the compression ratio is higher, means the higher energy is produced from the available source of fuel, and if the compression ratio is lower, means lower energy is produced from the same available quantity of fuel. And the diesel has higher compression ratio, so that it could able to produce higher energy from the available fuel source. But because of this higher compression ratio, it has the ability to produce enormous nitrogen dioxide in the atmosphere. And then second is Volkswagen scandal 2015. What is the scandal is that they have bypassed or manipulated the US as well as other European countries pollution control criteria to sell their diesel vehicles in that, by saying that the diesel vehicle which the Volkswagen made has pollution regulator in that tailpipe of it. But in the later period, after the defect has been found by the common public as well as the government as well as the respective government, the Volkswagen admitted it that they have lied or they have fudged the governance to sell the products. And then, and why the scandal is more important is that it has signaled that reducing the nitrogen dioxide or the emission from the diesel is very harder. And then right now India is leapfrogging its standard from Bharat Stage 4 to Bharat Stage 6. So if the emission norms is going to get leapfrogged from Bharat Stage 4 to Bharat Stage 6 means then the corresponding upgradation in relation to the vehicles also needed to take place. But in the case of diesel vehicles, the upgradation is the upgradation cost is very high. So the companies are hesitating to make the BS6 diesel vehicles. So these are all the reasons why the private organization as well as the entire government is in a mode to cut the usage of diesel vehicles. And what is the positive does the diesel vehicle has is it has high fuel economy because of the high compression ratio. Even though it is emitting more number of nitrogen dioxide, it has high fuel economy, that is within the available fuel it could be able to travel a certain longer distance when compared to the petroleum vehicle. And then it has more torque, rotational force. Similarly, it has we all know that comparatively the diesel price is lesser than the petroleum price until 2014. So that is why we could able to see that during 2014 nearly 40% of the commercial vehicles are diesel vehicles only. But after 2014 the diesel price as well as the petroleum price has been determined by the market, as a result of which the price right now, the gap between the petroleum price as well as diesel price has been narrowed down, and we could able to see that correspondingly nearly 20% of the commercial passenger vehicles or the commercial vehicles being owned by the people in the diesel engine. So because of these kind of advantage only, the usage of the diesel vehicle was higher. But because of this thing and because of these negatives as well as the goal which was set by India, making the not only Indian countries but also the world countries to relook at the diesel vehicles that has been running on the road. So this is what the news is about. Okay, how the news is being related to prelims it is related to general issues on environmental ecology, biodiversity, climate change. And then under mains it is related to GS paper 3, conservation, environmental pollution, degradation as well as environmental impact assessment. Okay, let's discuss about the Bharat Stage emission standards. The Bharat Stage emission standards is made in the line of European Union norms, and it aims to regulate but more importantly the Bharat Stage 6 aims to regulate the particulate matter, reduce the particulate matter by 80% and then reduce the sulfur from 50 parts per million to 10 parts per million. Right now the BS4 emits 50 parts per million, and the BS6 also aims to reduce the nitrogen by 70% in diesel vehicle and 25% in petroleum vehicle. So this is what the target been fixed by the Bharat Stage norm 6, so that the air pollution that is been happening because of the emission from the vehicles will be reduced when compared to the other previous Bharat Stage norms. So this is what the details of Bharat Stage norm is about. And let's discuss about India's renewable capacity. Right now India is the 4th in the place of renewable capacity addition, and It is third in the case of energy consumptions, and it is fourth in terms of wind as well as solar capacity across the world. And in terms of encouraging the private people to invest in the renewable sector, 100% FDI has been made. And right now, this is what the ratio of, this is what the percentage of the power being produced across the different kinds of renewable sectors. So in wind power, nearly 42.8 gigawatts has been produced, and solar power 67.07, biomass 10.02, small hydro power 4.94, waste to energy is 0.55, and large hydro is 46.85. From this, we could able to see that India is producing more from the solar power. So this is the prelims fact. As I said, as we have discussed previously in the news, the other challenges in implementing the renewable capacity addition is fund as well as access to fund as well as skilled human resource, availability of battery storage system, and then availability of sun, because of the other climatic erratic nature of the climate, the availability of sun will be reduced, and it is seasonally only in the daytime only the sun will be available. So during the time only we could able to produce the solar power. This is one of the drawback challenge. And then geography as well as geomorphological region is also acting or hindering the enhancement process in terms of renewable capacity addition. So these are all the challenges right now being faced in capacity and renewable capacity addition in India. So what we needed to study further is we should know about renewable adaptation schemes. What are the renewable adaptation schemes being implemented in India? Second is we should also know about IREDA. Third is we should also know about International Solar Agency, which was formed by India as well as France. It is international forum